Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into Robert Kiyosaki's Retire Young, Retire Rich to really pull apart the one core principle he says separates the wealthy from, well, everyone else. And here's a hint. It has absolutely nothing to do with pinching pennies or cutting up your credit cards. So Kiyosaki frames this whole journey to wealth around one single powerful idea: leverage. Just like his rich dad says here, it's how David took down Goliath. It's how someone who seems small can get these huge, almost unbelievable results. And what is leverage really? Well, in the simplest terms, it's the secret weapon of the rich. Think of it like a force multiplier for everything you do. It lets you amplify your effort, your time, and especially your money to get way, way bigger results than you could on your own. So why does this matter so much? Well, according to Kiyosaki, this one concept is the reason less than 5% of the population is truly rich. They're the only ones who really get it, who master leverage. The other 95%, they either fear it, misuse it, or, are completely in the dark about how powerful it is. So what's the first and most powerful form of leverage you can possibly use, even if you don't have a dime to your name? It's your mind. Yep, your financial reality, it starts right between your ears. This slide just perfectly lays out the two different worlds people live in. The poor dad mindset sees a problem and just shuts down, right? I can't afford it. End of story. But the rich dad mindset sees the exact same problem and it opens up. It asks, how can I afford it? That little shift from a statement that closes doors to a question that opens them, that's your first and most important act of mental leverage. And the takeaway here is actually pretty profound. Getting wealthy doesn't start with a pile of cash. It starts with your vocabulary, with the words you use. And the best part, the most powerful leverage you have right now, is that your words are totally free. Changing that little voice in your head costs you nothing, but it is the absolute foundation for changing your entire financial life. All right, now let's get into one of the most controversial ideas in the entire book. This one, it goes against pretty much everything we're taught about money. I'm talking about debt. So while most financial gurus are screaming at you to avoid debt like the plague, Kiyosaki just comes in and completely flips that idea on its head. He argues that just cutting up your credit cards and trying to avoid all debt, that's a poor person's strategy. It doesn't actually fix the real problem, which is a lack of financial education. And this right here illustrates the key difference perfectly. It's not about avoiding debt, it's about knowing there are two kinds. You've got bad debt, like high-interest credit cards you used for vacation that literally makes you poorer every month. And then you have good debt, like a loan for a rental property where the rent you collect covers the mortgage and all the expenses and you're still left with cash in your pocket. That debt makes you richer. In fact, and get this, Kiyosaki says that he and his wife Kim were actually able to retire because they were deep in debt, but it was good debt that was generating cash flow for them. See, they treated debt like a powerful tool, kind of like a loaded gun. You have to use it carefully with a ton of respect, not just fear it or abuse it. Okay, so leveraging your mind and using tools like good debt is great, but it requires a roadmap, right? You can't just go in blind. This is about executing a real concrete plan of action, what Kiyosaki calls a fast plan to get to financial freedom. And their own story shows that a fast plan doesn't mean getting rich overnight, not at all. It's about having a super clear goal with a hard deadline. They gave themselves 10 years and, starting from zero, they actually hit financial freedom in 9. So what did that freedom actually look like for them? Well, when they retired back in 1994, they had a passive income of over $85,000 a year. And since their living expenses were under $50,000, they were officially free. Their assets were paying for their lifestyle. No jobs needed. Now, here's a critical piece of their plan that almost everybody misses. They started with their exit strategy. They knew exactly where they were going, that specific level of financial freedom, before they even figured out the first step of the journey. And to hit that goal, they had to focus on getting the right kind of income. Because as you can see here, not all money is created equal. They went after passive income, mostly from real estate, because the tax laws often favor investors. You get benefits like depreciation, which lets you legally pay way less in taxes and keep more of that sweet, sweet cash flow. So, you've got the mindset, you've got the plan. What's next? Well, now you have to go out and build it. This is where you stop thinking and start doing, creating your own financial reality through deliberate, consistent action. Kiyosaki is really insistent on this. You have to treat your personal finances like a real business. That means picking up new habits. You hire pros like a bookkeeper and an accountant. You build a team of advisors. And maybe most importantly, you have to understand that mistakes aren't failures, they're just tuition. It's the price you pay for getting an invaluable real-world education. And ultimately, the bridge that connects your big dreams to your actual reality is a plan that you are actively working on every single day. All those small actions you take today, they compound over time to create the future you really want. So Kiyosaki's message is pretty clear. Leverage your mind first, then leverage your money, but always with a clear plan. Your financial future really is a blank page, and the tools you need to write your own story are right in front of you. The only question left is, what's your plan gonna be? That's it for this Explain.